friends, and welcome to Star Wars for 100 Days, the ultimate fan countdown leading up to the release of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Every single day we're getting closer and closer to the release of the 7th chapter in the greatest sci-fi saga of all time, and today we're going to have a discussion about another famous band from the Star Wars universe. I've already talked about Figrin D'an and the Model Nodes, otherwise known as the Mos Eisley Cantina Band, who I most consider to be the Beatles of the Star Wars universe. Well, it's time we take a look at the Rolling Stones of the Star Wars universe, the Max Rebo Band. Known popularly by their leading keyboardist Max Rebo, they're also known as the Max Rebo 12, and were originally called Evar Orbis and his Galactic Jizz Whalers. That was actually the name. Max Rebo and his band would go on to be one of the most well-known bands in the entire galaxy, mostly for their affiliation with Jabba the Hutt. In fact, that's where the band made their first big appearance in the Star Wars universe in Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Now, what's most interesting about the Max Rebo Band is all of the changes that they've had over the years. In the original trilogy, there were only a couple of members. There was Max Rebo, the little blue Ortolan elephant, who's my personal favorite member of the group. You have Droopy McCool, who might have one of the coolest names I've heard from the Star Wars universe. And of course you had on vocals, the always beautiful and ridiculous Sy Snootles, a character who actually got expanded upon in the Star Wars The Clone Wars series, where you learned that she actually used to be something of a freelance bounty hunter. In the original film, they had a musical number which was known as Lap to Neck, which went on to be one of the more cheesy and funny parts of the Star Wars universe. It's a very short scene, but it's definitely one of the more memorable ones from Jabba's palace, because the song is suddenly interrupted when Jabba drops one of his slaves into the Rancor pit. And that was it. It was the scene. It was just one of those goofy little scenes that Star Wars fans always loved. However, in 1997, with the advent of all this brand new CGI technology, George Lucas and his team decided to release the films under the banner of the Special Edition, and Return of the Jedi got one hell of an enhancement, if you want to call it that. The Max Rebo band sequence in the Special Edition of Return of the Jedi is greatly expanded. Not only are there now multiple members of the group, but they also have a brand new musical number which is known as Jedi Rocks. And to say it's a little intrusive would be an understatement. The scene comes absolutely out of nowhere, and honestly, I'm still not quite sure how I feel about the scene. If anything, I'm kind of indifferent to it, because when I saw it for the first time back in the day as a kid, I actually didn't mind it all that much. I actually thought it was kind of funny. Now as an adult, I can see how it is a little intrusive, how it comes out of nowhere, and how that CGI just completely clashes with all of the practical effects which are going on in Jabba's palace. Effectively, they turned Jabba's palace into a really creepy version of Chuck E. Cheese. Now that being said, I do actually like the designs of all of these creatures and the brand new ones that they actually added to the group. You have a couple of Rodians, you have this one character whose name is Barquin Dan, who apparently is brothers with the leader of the Model Nodes. That's pretty cool. You also have this other brand new backup singer who goes by the name of Joe Yaza, who is an alien that is called a Yuzum. They're these weird fuzzy creatures which actually come from the planet of Endor. In fact, there was already a puppet version of a Yuzum in Jabba's palace, hidden away in the corner. However, that was not enough for George Lucas and his team. They needed another big fuzzy CGI distraction to join Sy Snootles in her song. We had a couple of guys banging on some drums, and we also had this weird little green frog-like creature which was known as Rappertoonie. And what I love most about Rappertoonie is that he actually is a practical effect who's just been superimposed into the scene. Just him being a practical effect makes him seem a little more real, and he honestly does seem like a natural band member, a character who could have appeared in the original trilogy. Despite the fact that in the Special Edition the Max Rebo Band is in your face a little too much, I still honestly like these characters for the creativity and the designs of all of them. I love the Max Rebo Band. I've always thought they were really fun and enduring characters. So fun, in fact, that of the Star Wars action figures that I actually kept, they're one of the few that I've actually decided to hold on to, and I'm always going to keep them in my collection. And that's saying a lot, because I only have like 5 Star Wars figures left from when I was a kid. I had like literally almost hundreds of them. I feel so bad for giving them all away. Who is torturing my Star Wars toys? It better not be Sid. Still, at the end of the day, I honestly think they're one of the biggest, most memorable group of aliens that we've seen in the Star Wars universe, and they really help contribute to the alien feel of Star Wars Episode 6 Return of the Jedi, which, at the end of the day, is basically just a big Muppet fest, but I still think it's pretty freaking awesome, and I love the Max Rebo Band. Aside from Sice Noodles, who has some singing vocals, the only member of the group to actually have any dialogue is Max Rebo, and all he's doing is laughing like an idiot. Still, as much as I make fun of these guys a little bit, I still really love them, and I really hope that they actually survived the big explosion at the sail barge. I think it would be really awesome if in The Force Awakens, hidden away in some corner, is the Max Rebo Band in their old age, still playing the hits. I think that would be pretty freaking awesome. And you gotta give them some credit. Unlike the model nodes, they actually do play some different songs. But are you a fan of the Max Rebo Band? Do you have a favorite band member from the group? Would you like to see them appear in an upcoming Star Wars film? Do you have a favorite musical sequence from the Star Wars universe, whether it be just the instrumentals themselves or a wacky band playing in the background? Please tell me in the comments section below, and make sure to tell me what you want to see from Star Wars The Force Awakens. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.